Do you do anything for Valentine's Day? Because it'll be, I mean, we'll be getting pretty close to Valentine's Day.
I'm definitely doing something for Valentine's Day. I
Oh,
think the year before that, I like went to the springs or something like that and had like a picnic by the water. But I don't know. Yeah,
that's not too
probably.
bad.
Yeah, right. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like some people are very like cynical when it comes to stuff like that. Like I don't celebrate that bullshit. It's a made up holiday or whatever. I fucking love Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a great time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be like a partner. It could be, I spent my Valentine's Day with my sisters. I took them to the springs and we had a picnic, glass of wine. It was nice.
That is a yeah. See, I think people look at it too much like that. Like, oh, I'm being forced to
Mm,
do something. It's like, well, you should be doing this shit already, or else you got
yeah,
some real problems. But yeah, like, why? Who doesn't like? There's too many people that just don't want to be like romantic. Being
I
romantic's
love it.
nice.
I love it.
Yeah, like I consider myself to be a bit of a romantic. I'll take someone to Long John Silver's every once in a while.
I like Long John Silver, so
Jesus, I was
can't even
joking.
knock it.
God,
I like it.
I hate that shit. So I hate fish, any kind of
Oh,
seafood.
I love
Fucking
seafood.
really? Oh,
Hmm.
I can't do it. So it surprises me that you eat Long John Silver's or any fast food. I can't imagine you eating fast food for some reason. I mean, you're in
I
insanely good
mean,
shape, which is probably why I thought that. But
well, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with like eating here and there, like fast food. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like food, so I'll eat kind of whatever I want, but I try to like work out.
yeah, if you could make any food 0 calories, what would it be? Where you could just eat it
Any
nonstop. Yeah,
food,
yeah,
zero
any one food.
calories.
Yeah,
Mm, that's hard.
I know. I think I'm going pizza. Pizza's a go-to for me, and it's just
Maybe
so fucking
ice
bad.
cream.
Fuck, that's a good one. What's your go-to
Ice
ice cream
cream.
flavor?
Ooh, I like cheesecake. I'm
Oh,
so bad. The last two
classy.
nights I've had ice cream. I've had butter pecan and I ate the whole pint.
Jeez, butter pecan. What are you, 90 years old?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
29 going on 92.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, butter
I love
pecans. Really?
but I love the pecan, like so a little off topic, but I like the pecans, like the ones that are covered in like caramel and they sell them at Publix. Oh, they're so good.
Oh. Oh, yeah, Publix is. You know what? It sucks that Publix isn't a thing everywhere. It's just a Florida thing, I think.
It's Florida, Georgia,
Oh, Georgia too. Wow.
mm,
Nobody really cares
southern
about it.
states.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Texas, like we have HEB, which is pretty badass as well. But
I don't know what that is.
no, I mean it's kind of the same shit. But yeah, my go-to is mint chocolate. Mint chocolate
Ugh,
chip. What the fuck? Are you one of those people who thinks it tastes like toothpaste?
that's funny. Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I love it. I don't know. It feels like you're brushing your teeth at the same time. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Two stones with one
I
bird.
don't know. I've never had the urge to want to swallow toothpaste.
Hmm. You know, I did a few times back in my day, and it did not end well.
It's
Turns out
bad
you
for you.
Yeah, it turns out you're not supposed to. But why would they make it taste so good then? I mean, that's the problem.
Well, because the chemicals aren't as appealing in your mouth to begin with. It's kind of like if you were to put like, have you ever had that Arm& Hammer toothpaste that don't taste that good? I use
Oh
that
yeah.
one. I actually use that. I use that
Really?
one. Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, it just feels like it's worth getting in there like better. I
That's
don't know.
true. I'm
The
with you.
grit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does sometimes, yeah, sometimes you feel like you're brushing your teeth with candy. You're like,
Yeah.
this can't
I
be
don't
good
like
for me.
kids' toothpaste.
God. Well, that's what I used to eat. And it was when I was a kid, so to each
Yeah,
their own. But there was like an Elmo toothpaste that when you squeeze that fucker out, oh my god, it tastes so good. It's like, well, of course I'm gonna eat this. Like I'm 4 years
hmm.
old and I don't know anything about
Elmo
anything.
toothpaste.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Now, I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things that yeah, it's gross. But yeah, I sometimes use like the charcoal ones. The charcoal one makes you feel like you got some grit to you as well. Like you've been in a coal mine. That's a good time.
I I yeah, I haven't really had the charcoal toothpaste. I don't know.
What do you think is your best feature? Like that you like most about yourself? Could be physical,
Mm,
not physical, anything.
intelligence.
Really?
I feel like I'm pretty smart. Or if not, like I feel like if I'm not smart, then I'll go read about it or like figure it out or like I'll apply myself.
That's what intelligence is. I mean, nobody's born intelligent, really. I
Yeah,
mean,
of
well,
course
some
not.
people will
Well,
try to prove you wrong for sure. There's definitely, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that's all it is like, I think the difference is whether or not you take the time to find out the answer. There's so
yeah.
many people that are just fine with like not knowing shit. Like, how is that good for you?
I don't know. When I pick up books, I pick up educational.
Like, is anything specific or
Um, like I don't know, educational, like love life to educate like I read a book. It's called oh, it's so crazy because I put this book on. I like referred. I was like, "Hey, read this. It's really good," and like they loved
yeah.
it. It's basically this woman did a study on like over thousands of men to figure out like how men think about women. So the title of the
Okay.
book for anybody who wants to look it up is uh, "Why Men Love Bitches," and it's going from doormat to dream girl, pretty much. Even if whether you're dating or you're married, it's meant for every like type of woman to
Yeah.
teach her about the man. So that was a good book. And
Huh.
then what else did I read? Read a personal finance book, but that was just because I wanted to
That's a good one
educate.
to know. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah, 'cause
educate myself on personal finance. I don't know. I'm not really. I don't typically go for nonfiction. Like I think I bought a
yeah.
book on springs because I like to paddleboard, so I wanted to learn more about what I was paddleboarding in.
Oh, like how yeah, 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 gotcha. God, I don't think there's a paddleboard big enough that would hold my ass up. I mean, you have to be like a goddamn like a barge, you know?
You'd be
Jeez.
surprised on how strong those things are.
I should give it a shot. I'm not a big water person, you
I
know?
love water.
Really? Like the
Yeah.
ocean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck that. The
Yeah.
ocean is you're not terrified of what's going on down there.
No, I've been snorkeling. I've seen it.
Well, true. Yeah, but when you're not looking down there, see, I think if I was snorkeling, I think I'd be all right because I can see
Um,
what's going on. I think there's something about not knowing what's going down there by my feet
I
that
mean, I
bothers me.
guess, but I don't know. I've lived in Florida all my life, so
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't scare me as much because I've definitely fell in water before. Like I fell in the ocean before.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I growing up in Texas is pretty much just a bunch of ponds that are filled with God knows what. Um, yeah, so I think that's probably part of the reason. But personal finance is an interesting one because it's one of the things that you never get taught that should be getting taught to you your
Mm.
entire life.
Yeah, I wanted to learn like things about like purchasing a home or where to put my money or where to invest or what to do next or like nobody teaches you that. I think
Yeah,
that honestly, like why don't we have classes like that? They teach you like things that don't matter in life in school, but then like there's so many people that don't even know like how their credit score works or like
yeah, yeah. I'll tell
so
you, I don't have a clue how that thing works. I've checked it a couple times and it didn't look. It was. I mean, it was two digits, which I think is bad. You know, I think you're supposed to be in the triple digits for your credit score, but
no, I don't think it can get that low.
no, I'm joking. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
that
I was
bad,
about
but
to say.
no. I mean, I have some like unreturned library books from like
Oh,
1999.
they'll put it on your credit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been getting me for well into the new millennia, but yeah, I don't think that's good. But yeah, yeah, you don't learn any of that, but yet you will spend 4 years learning fucking Pythagoras theorem, to find some bullshit in a triangle. You're like, well, when am I going to use that for anything?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you were building houses, you would need to know like
Yeah.
angles and stuff. I don't know, and shapes and I don't know, but that's not the field I went into. Like, not everybody's trying to build a house for a living.
No, I'd rather buy a house than build a house any day. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
That's
like I
interesting.
like I like educational.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. Like I don't read a lot of fiction. Like I don't give a fuck
Mm-mm.
about reading some made up shit. I like learning I mean mostly history. I like learning about, things that have happened in the
Yeah.
past and
Hmm.
weird things that you also don't get taught in school, like because that's a big problem with school too, is like you get taught like history, but you get taught such a boring fucking version of it. It's like, wow. Well, of course nobody likes this shit.
Yeah, the fact that Abraham Lincoln's teeth weren't just made of wood, they were made of other people's, you
Well,
think?
there's George Washington, but yeah,
Or
same.
maybe George Washington. I'm
Is George?
sorry.
Yeah,
One
well,
of
no, no,
that.
you're
Yeah,
good.
something like that.
So
I was
yeah,
like, what the hell?
well, not just other people, it was his slaves.
Says slaves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they didn't take the teeth off of them when they died. I mean, so yeah, and they didn't have anesthesia. So yeah, that tells you something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's God. Like when you learn shit like that, you're like, huh. I'm kind of glad we live in 2025. You know?
We're definitely lucky.
Yeah. Like sometimes I do kind of wish that I grew up in a different time, like 70s, 80s maybe.
Hmm.
But really, this is like the best time. Like when other way am I going to be able to talk to you from Florida to Texas? And
Back in the day, people didn't have phones to communicate with each other, or they had landlines. And it's funny. This is so crazy because somebody I've known in the industry for a really long time. He's a little bit older. I think he 40 in his mid 40s.
yeah.
And he was like the craziest thing back in the day when you didn't have cell phones and the fact that you had to call the landline. When you call the landline for a girl, most of the time it's the dad picking up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, see, I know that, and talk about yeah, you got to really be on your game when that guy answers. Because you
Yeah.
say the wrong thing, or even like come across in like kind of a shaky way. Yeah,
No
yeah,
wonder
yeah.
why everybody was getting married more often back then because you couldn't piss off nobody's dad.
That's a very good point.
Nowadays, you can kind of get around that guy.
Oh, nowadays you can get married and have 2 kids before you even meet the girl's parents. Like it's
I,
yeah. That whole thing is this is not really a thing. Like that kind of chivalry sort of thing of asking the girl's dad, like, to marry the daughter. Like I'm not saying that
yeah.
everyone should do that. To each their own. But I do kind of like that sort of some like traditional stuff is kind of nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. But now you can just go on Tinder and within 5 minutes have somebody that you
I
don't even
can't
know.
I can't even knock it though. I feel like technology has maybe closed doors, but it has also opened doors because I've noticed an influx of people getting married and having babies from people they met off the internet. Who wants to
Ve-
go outside nowadays? Like there's so many crazy things that happen like in the club scene. I don't like going out.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's actually in some ways I don't know if it's necessarily a better way of doing it, but it's not as bad as people try to make it seem.
I don't think it's bad at all.
Yeah, like there's still a stigma to like if you meet somebody online, then it's like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, there are people that think that. I don't think
I
that
feel
way. I
like
like, yeah,
if you're falling in love with somebody who seems off to begin with, then you're
yeah,
probably like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be online, but
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's a safer way. You get to, and plus, like,
mhm,
you get to check out their social media, see what they're into. And the
yeah,
club, it's hard to have a conversation with somebody. And then you get drunk, and then you end up taking the guy home and having sex with some guy you just met. You'll probably never talk to again.
yeah. But boy, he had the time of his life. Jesus. Could you imagine? I guess you can imagine but yeah, like, I mean, that guy waking up the next day has to be like, holy fuck, that was the
What just
greatest.
happened to me?
Exactly. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, not everybody gets that lucky. So, you got to give
Yeah.
yourself a pat on the back. But yeah, no, I think that the whole thing of being able to check out someone's background in a way before
Mm-hmm.
you meet somebody at a Barnes and Noble, you don't know what they got going on. You don't even know if
No
it's their real
idea.
name that they tell you.
You
Yeah.
no idea. I've
Yeah.
definitely told people fake names out. I used to when I was younger, I used to go to the club, and me and my friends would
Yeah.
be like, What do you want? What name do you want to be tonight?" And I'd be like, "We'll
That's
say we're
awesome.
from Ohio State."
That's amazing. Yeah. I definitely talked with an accent at one point and just was like, I'm gonna just make myself seem more interesting. And
Yeah,
spoke with an
right?
accent the entire night. And then the drunker I got, the better the accent got, which led me to believe that some cultures are just naturally drunk as shit. But yeah,
Irish.
that was the one. Actually, it was Scottish that I was doing, but to each their own. Both just born hammered. Yeah, what's like an immediate red flag to you?
Immediate red flag.
Yeah.
Not texting or responding like certain times throughout the day.
Oh, like what time?
Oh,
Well,
you're saying when I'm meeting somebody in
oh,
person?
no. It could be anything. Anything that's like to you, it's just like, huh, what?
Yeah,
This is a
times of
red
the
flag.
day when they answer their phone and don't.
Because you
That's
think
a
they
red
might be,
flag.
because you think they
They're,
might be doing something in those other
yeah,
times.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
absolutely.
Huh. But what about okay, so what about when you are just meeting someone?
Red flags. Not having the same like interests, common interests, or common way of thinking.
Yeah.
That's a red flag
That's
for
a
me
good
because I
one.
feel like I'm a pretty like level person, pretty straightforward mindset, and I feel like if their mind's not hitting it off with me in the same sense and they're making weird remarks, then yeah, I think they're off.
Yeah. That's hmm. I've probably raised a few red flags if I had to take a guess. Sometimes I get nervous and say things that are just very weird, and I can't help myself.
I mean,
It's just one of those things.
I mean, it depends on what level.
I will say it's usually at a somewhat,
Moderate.
moderate level. Yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
like
that's
saying anything
you're just
super
making at
crazy.
that point you're just making dry jokes. Like but I feel like there's times where people like I don't know. I've been on a date with a guy before and he's just oh man, the interests were not the same and then making weird statements and then end up being a weirdo. So
What statements do you remember?
um
So I'm
it
always
might have
curious
been
about bad
might
first
have been
dates.
some people but he was like I love Orange County, California. And I'm like, you live in Florida. Who makes that statement?
That's odd. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a strange
I
thing
was
to
like,
say.
I've never heard anybody say that. And I don't know, it ended up in like not the best way, but I was like,
Yeah. I love Orange County, California. Yeah. I mean, there was nothing leading up to him saying that. He just put that on you. Like
kind of, yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
was
that would
really
that would
weird.
raise a concern of
Yeah. I
this
was like,
is
I'm gonna go now.
yeah. Have you huh. Do you say that up front? Like I'm gonna go, or do you do the whole like kind of Irish exit where you just don't say anything, you just kind of
No,
walk out?
I mean it was a little bit more ruder than that, but
That's
but
awesome.
I gave it the clean version.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pull an Irish exit if things aren't going well.
Or you
But
just dip.
yeah, I'm like, "Oh, someone's calling me. I got to go outside and take this call," and then I'm in my car gone.
No, I don't think I ever did that, but I should
Yeah.
have.
Sometimes I mean, this isn't just for somebody who's like, this is like it's got to be a threat level pretty extreme, to do
Yeah.
something like that. Normally I'll stick it out and just, you know, finish my Whopper and then head on head on out. But yeah, that's a what about so like what would be like a green flag for you? So like a non-sexual turn on, I guess.
The smell, man's smell.
Do you like natural smell or cologne?
Both.
Hmm. That's a good one.
Sometimes, yeah, honestly, sometimes both.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a cologne kind of guy, but not like a like heavy pour sort of fella. Some
I
people,
was
they
about to
put on that and
say,
it's
yeah,
like, Jesus.
some people need like deodorant and stuff, but
Yeah,
uh, I feel like if I'm attracted to you, like obviously I'm gonna tell you if you fucking stink, but if I'm
that's
attracted to
good.
you, you'll have this smell that just smells so good to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's people kind of underplay how important smell is. Like it's almost
Oh,
just
it's
as
so
important as how someone looks.
hygiene, hygiene,
Yes.
hygiene, hygiene.
Yeah, and I'm a pretty big son of a bitch. So like hygiene, I gotta, be on top of that shit. So like I always kind of pride myself on hygiene, even though I do sometimes look like a homeless Vietnam veteran. But yeah, yeah,
Nothing wrong with that. Well, I
no, true.
mean, to
Well,
each their own.
yeah, but I definitely, I like to, smell good, take multiple showers a day. Like it's especially like in the summer, which is so
Hmm.
goddamn hot in Texas. So it's like time for a post lunch shower. It's always a good one. But yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it's surprising to me. I don't know if people sometimes like if they can't smell their own self. It's like, how do you not know that you smell like that? You know what I mean?
I feel like it gets to a point where people don't give a fuck.
That's probably
Unless they don't have their sense of smell, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if you smell ripe, you probably feel ripe.
oh God. Yeah,
Like,
that's a
I
great
feel like
point.
when I smell ripe, I know I smell ripe because I feel ripe.
I'm 100% with you. Yes,
Like,
without a doubt.
you should know. You should know,
Yeah,
like, if you smell nasty, you feel nasty.
you
But if you
do.
feel nasty, you probably smell nasty.
Yeah, and like to go to like the not having a sense of smell, any like olfactory senses. If I did, like if I had lost my sense of smell, which I've never have, thank God, but if I did, I would be even more uh on guard about how I smell. Like I'd be because I wouldn't know. So I'd
I
be
would
like
be
that's what I'm
paranoid.
saying. I'd be like really like I'd be going overboard in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
I'd like deodorant multiple times. I'd be going full force. Be like, I'm
yeah.
not walking around smelling like shit and not know it. Oh,
I just don't understand, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't get how people do it.
yeah, I don't either. And I've smelled some people where I was just like, how the fuck? How are you doing this? Like this is
Crazy.
insane. Yeah. Is there a talent you wish you had? Like something you wish you could
Mm.
do? Sing. Can you sing?
Oh, if I had a voice like Ariana Grande, that'd be lit. No, I can't
Not
sing.
a bad idea. Yeah. I mean, you probably could. All you gotta do is just, auto tune the shit out of your voice like she does.
I mean, you think she auto-tunes her voice?
She 100% does. Everybody
Really?
in music now does. Yeah. They're just very good at auto tune now, where it doesn't sound like fucking T Pain anymore. Like it sounds like they can make it sound very like true, like a true voice. But no, you can kind of tell like if you have that kind of ear, you can kind of tell that people are having their voices altered like crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying she's like a bad singer naturally. She's probably pretty decent, but like a lot of that is going through like filters. It's basically like a vocal version of like Instagram filters. It's what people do.
For sure, Mariah Carey does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God. Mariah Carey has to be one of the hottest women of all time. And I know
She's
it's
beautiful.
absolutely psychopath, which only makes it even better. Like that's yeah.
Is
Jesus.
she psycho?
Yeah. Did
I
you
didn't
used to
know.
watch did you watch MTV growing up? Like
Yeah,
TRL
of
and stuff
course.
like that? Yeah. Do you
Um,
remember her showing up one day like wearing basically nothing and like walking around with like a popsicle push
hmm?
cart thing? She just showed up one day on TRL and was wearing like a shirt with nothing under it and was like pushing a little popsicle cart around the studio. And everybody was like, "Oh, this person's lost it. Like
Really?
there's nothing going on up here anymore." Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty wild. I mean, as a little kid, I was watching, I was just like
I'll
mesmerized.
have to look that up. That's crazy.
Yeah, good times back in the day.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, singing would be mine. But what about like learning another language? You ever wanted to do that,
Hmm.
or can you speak any other language?
I no, I can't. I should be able to know how, but I don't. But
Yeah,
um, I mean, I feel like technically I still could. It's not too late. I feel like it wouldn't be
sure.
like a talent. It would just be something I apply myself to learn.
What's a skill? And I mean, and talents are
Yeah.
skills in some ways. Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily like a talent, but yeah, it's a skill. Like I'm
Mhm.
working on like Spanish and French.
Mhm.
Well, kind of French, but then I realized how bullshit that language is. So sticking with Spanish, like I think this will work out for me a little better than
Pretty
I thought it would.
similar.
Similar in some ways, but French is so much more annoying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Spanish makes sense. French,
Mhm.
this shit doesn't make any sense. They're doing this to just fuck with us. Yeah. How many scenes do you think? How many? Like, do you keep count of how many scenes you've done?
Nope.
So no
Probably
idea.
like
Oh
150.
Jesus, it's quite a bit. How long of a stretch of time is that?
6 years?
6 years is pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot in 6 years. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty good,
Yeah, I was
good on
shooting
you.
a lot for a while.
Yeah. Are there so I mean, 150 scenes, you have to think you kind of done everything you want to do, but are there things that you haven't filmed that you would like to film? Like certain fetishes, kinks,
Mm,
things like that? Work with certain people, maybe?
maybe more female talent, but honestly, no. I feel like I have a good arsenal of product, and I'm kind of looking more towards building the girlfriend experience with my fans instead of just dedicating to shooting with people because I noticed that at the end of the day, the fans are why I'm here.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like giving them more of a personal experience and getting to talk to them all the time and spend time
Yeah.
with them because I don't know. I just have so many scenes that's already gave me the credit, so I'm just taking the credit and I'm applying it where it needs to be applied.
Yeah. That's that financial independence going.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because it's kind of like the goal is to take something you've already done and capitalize on that thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Are there so communicating with fans, obviously I'm sure most of everything is pretty, up and up, pretty good. Like, do you do custom requests? I
Oh,
imagine.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all the
So
time.
what's like the weirdest request you've gotten? Where you're just like, Jesus
Actually
Christ.
right now I kinda have one that's, he wants my hair extensions. So I'm like, "Okay." He paid for them, so I'm kinda wearing them. I'm gonna film some stuff with them, and then I'm gonna send them to him.
That's a really that's an interesting one.
Yeah, he likes my hair.
I mean, agreed, but also, yeah, I mean, I've never like thought about being attracted to anyone's hair like in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, he
That's
loves it.
Yeah, like, is there a certain feature that you like most in someone? Like, something that you notice first?
Teeth.
Ah,
The
that's
smile.
yeah, yeah. God, that's so telling. Like, a person's smile, like, how their teeth are, that'll tell
Yep.
you pretty much everything you need to know about that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I go eyes. Eyes are the first thing, always.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, eyes are that's, like, what I'm most attracted to, someone who has, like, really nice eyes.
No, I notice like smiles and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. So are there I mean, obviously you have things that like you like a no list, like things like you won't do, don't want to do, things like that. Like what are some things that are on like your list where you're like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. Or like any fetishes kinks that like you just don't understand why people would be into that.
Um, I don't understand why men are into them get like a man is into getting pegged. I don't
Jeez.
understand that. Like, why do you want a woman to fuck you in the butt? But I mean, I'll do it if you want it. Okay.
Yeah, tell me about it. It was not a great experience. No, get it. I would no, hell no. Don't want anything going on back there at all.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
that's
understand it.
a questionable one to me when I hear somebody say they're into getting pegged. I'm like,
But I mean, I'll do it if they like it. I mean, I'm great at abusing my privileges.
yeah. I mean, what's the point of having them if you don't abuse them? Like,
See?
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Pegging's one where, like, I feel like nobody ever said out loud that they were into pegging until like 2 or 3 years ago. Then just suddenly
Yeah,
everybody's into pegging. I'm like,
I
Jesus
feel like
Christ.
what allowed that is the pronouns like he, she, him, her,
Yeah.
chicken,
Chicken. Yeah.
goat. I'm a
Yes.
cat. I'm a dog.
Yeah. Well, if you had to be an animal pronoun, what do you think yours would be?
Oh, cat lady for sure. I'm a cat.
Cat. I could see that.
Yeah,
Fox, cat, something like that would be
I
pretty.
love cats.
Yeah.
And or a lemur. My spirit animal is a lemur.
Lemurs are interesting. That's a
Mhm.
yeah, like the remember that show Zaboomafoo? You remember that when you were a
I
kid?
love that show on PBS Kids.
It's the greatest thing ever. I
Oh, it was so cute. And they had a stuffed lemur, and then they had a real lemur that was
yeah.
Zoboomafoo, but Zoboomafoo died. He
Did he
died.
really? Wait, Jesus. How'd you know that? You just saw it?
I
That's
looked it
amazing.
up.
That's gotta be Y they say that that anything you've ever Google searched has already been Google searched. That has to be one that might be, you might have been the first person to ever go, where is
Oh,
Zaboomafoo now?
yeah. No, he died. He passed away.
Jesus. Drug overdose? No.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
You never know. Child actors tend to, things kind of go haywire.
Crazy.
Yeah, I used to watch that show religiously. What was it, the Krat brothers? Isn't that their name? It was like two brothers, wasn't it? That worked
Yeah,
with
it
them,
was
the
two
little
brothers. I
bastard.
don't know.
Yeah. God, I feel really bad for kids now because they don't have shit like that at all.
They don't have cool stuff like that. I used to love watching PBS Kids.
Yeah, same.
I wonder if it still is on air.
I mean, PBS is a thing because it's just always going to be a thing. But I don't know if they have like kids stuff like that. Like,
Man, it was lit.
yeah,
I watched.
I'll say I didn't like it whenever they went into like the weird little like claymation thing, in the show. Do you remember that? They would go like Zabu land and it would be like a dream sequence or like a flashback. It would be like all made out of clay.
Zabu is the green thing.
Zabu is I
Right?
thought Zabu's the goddamn lemur. The one that OD'd. Something like that.
No, Zaboomafoo.
Yeah. Well, Zabu for short, I guess. Like Nick for Nicholas.
Zabu. Oh, into the clay. I don't remember that.
It goes into like a claymation thing, and it always made me feel very uncomfortable, sort of like a fever dream, or like an acid flashback.
I'm actually looking this up right now.
Yeah, like Zaboomafoo claymation. There was like a thing where it would be like, this reminds me.
Oh, you know what? I remember now.
Yeah. Like
They went hard into that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went so hard into that show. Wow.
Yeah. I've always like animals were kind of like, I was just always like an animal lover. Like,
yeah,
big Steve Irwin fan. Like,
yeah,
it's probably like I think it's the only time I've ever cried when someone died. And that's including like family members.
Oh, I know. It's so tragic.
Yeah.
It was so tragic.
Yeah. Like when my grandparents died, I didn't even cry. But when Steve, I mean, they were kind of both fucking assholes, but neither one of them ever played with snakes and crocodiles. So, I don't think they deserved the tears. But Steve Irwin, I mean, that son of a bitch changed lives,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It bothers me when people are anti-cats too. Like people are like, oh, dogs are great, cats suck. Wrong. I'm way more of a cat person than a dog person.
Yeah, cats don't really mess up things like dogs do. And I'm not a big fan of the in and out every day and the mud tracking on the floor, but I still like dogs. I mean, I'm not anti-dog. Cats are easier. And I could leave my house without worrying if my cat's going to be okay or not.
Oh, no, your cat would love for you to leave the house. That's like kind of their thing.
No, you'd be surprised when I come home. They greet me at the door.
Are they male or female cats?
2 girls.
Oh.
Yeah, they both greet me.
I would think they would see you as a threat. Like, who's this? Yeah.
No, they're like, my master. That's my master. She feeds me.
Fair enough. But
they're
I think
very obedient.
Might be the other way around because you're the one feeding them. I think they might be training you more than yeah. If you could have any animal for a pet, what would you have? Really? Out of any animal?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got a cat. I just got her like a few months ago, and she's so sweet.
Yeah.
And I wanted that breed for a while, and honestly, I don't regret it one bit. She's a very good cat. And then I have a calico too. I've had her a while. She's like 6 years now, but she's a good cat too.
Yeah. I think I'd go bear, like a full grizzly bear. Something.
Ever since I've seen somebody eat bear paws, I've been disgusted ever since. Like anything about a bear just freaks. Eat a bear paw. They do it in like Korea or Tokyo or something.
Wow. Jesus Christ. I could tell you. I mean, there's not really any animal that I'd want to eat their paw. Like I've never looked at an animal's paw and went, Jesus Christ, that looks delicious. But a bear might be the least of any of those animals that I would want to eat their fucking paw. I mean, how desperate? I mean, I guess you gotta be pretty desperate to just start chewing on that thing.
They boiled it for hours. It took them like 4 or 5 hours to boil that bitch down. I was like, that's disgusting. And the crazy thing is their little nails were still on, but it was fleshy. I was like, ugh. It was so nasty.
You know what? And people criticize me for eating like Taco Bell. Yeah, there's people around the world who are doing much worse things.
I feel like there's nothing really wrong with Taco Bell if you're like hungry, but I feel that like we definitely aren't as bad here as other countries. I watch a lot of food
No,
like channels and like
same.
reviews and
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I love watching that. I love watching like the bizarre foods that people eat. Like just
Mm-hmm.
seeing like what the fuck like that. Like y'all looked at that and said, God, I gotta eat that.
Yeah,
That's
right.
wild. Like you know it's common in like a lot of European countries to eat horses.
Mm-hmm. I
Which I
do. It
think
used to be common in the US too.
did it really?
Mm-hmm. It used to be people used to eat horse like back in the day, but they stopped doing it because they seen horses more as a like a pet than they did like eating it. And I guess the meat wasn't as good as cattle.
That's probably true. Would you eat it?
Yeah.
Would you try a horse?
Um, well, it's common overseas. A lot, like you
Yeah.
said, a lot of European countries ate it. I feel like if I ate it in a country that's more common, yeah, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it here because we don't do it here.
That's fair. No, that's actually that's probably how I
But I
would look
mean,
at it too.
I've
Yeah.
always watched these like food channels and food reviews, and I can't knock it because some of the things I'm like, okay, maybe I would try that because it looks good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Like I know like in Germany they eat horse like crazy. Like they fucking can't get enough of it, which, there's a lot of things wrong with Germans if you haven't studied history too much. But eating horses is one of them. But yeah, I would, if I was in Germany for some reason, like if I got lost or something, I'd eat a horse. Yeah. Jesus.
Lost.
Well, I mean, I can't think of any other reason why I would be in Germany, but like
Yeah.
took a wrong turn in France and there I am. Yeah. What's your go-to? So like filming scenes or just filming content, just busy in general. Like, do you have a go-to kind of routine for like relaxing? Like what to
Uh,
you is like the perfect day of just relaxing, kicking back?
Maybe just like binging, watching TV, YouTube.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Are you binging anything right now?
Mm, no, not really.
I just watched
Not.
Stranger Things for the first time. And it's fucking incredible.
I heard it was good.
Yeah.
I definitely heard it was good. I don't know. I watch a bunch of clothing reviews and I binge on food reviews, I guess, and clothing reviews
Okay.
maybe.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What was your favorite show growing up? Like, did you have a favorite TV show growing up?
Hmm. Maybe it's a boomer.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It both is. Yeah.
PBS Kids in general. I loved everything
Yeah.
on there. I watched a lot of PBS Kids growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, I did too. That was kind of like, I mean, I watched a lot of MTV, probably too young, but still watched it. But like a lot of MTV, a lot of like
MTV,
PBS.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like
A
I've
lot of
always,
MTV.
I love like reality, like in the early days of like reality TV. I was very much into
Yeah.
that. Like
I would
Laguna
watch it
Beach.
then. It was good then. Now, no. Maybe Flava Flav.
Oh, Flavor of Love was so good. Remember like
Yeah.
Pumpkin? Yeah, like there was so many of those. God. If you
It was
okay,
so good then.
if you run Flavor Flav, what do you think your name would have been? Because didn't he give everybody? He just looked at him for like 5 seconds and gave him a name. What do you think you would have got?
I can't remember, but that's fucking
I think
hilarious.
that's what he did. He would just have them walk in front of him. He would sit there on his throne and go, "Where are you from?" And they'd be like, "Missouri." And he'd go, "All right, your name's Chicago." And it's like, "All right, Flavor Flav, whatever you say, bud."
He would
Yeah,
name them. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. They all had nicknames
I
given to
can't
them
remember.
by. Yeah, there was like the only ones I remember were Pumpkin, Hoops, and I think New York because she had like her own
I
shows.
think I remember New York.
Yeah, she had like I Love New York and something
Yeah,
like that.
maybe. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, Jesus.
I don't know. My my nickname on there. I mean, Kiki
Yeah.
Klout.
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you kind of give give it to yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. Like those people really were changing the world. The
Yeah,
people
that
coming up with
era.
those shows.
Hmm.
Like where they said, let's get Flavor Flav and put him in a house with what we can only assume are,
I met him at a party last. It was a AVM party. He happened to be there. I actually have a video with him. It's hilarious because
with
we were drunk as hell, and I didn't know who Charleston White, whatever it was.
oh
And he
yeah,
was
yeah.
like in the corner of the video. I'm like, who is this man in my video? Get out of my video. I
But
was like, who is he?
Jesus. Well, I mean, that's kind of you're not missing out on anything, I don't think. But I mean, you got Flavor Flav, which is always a good one.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was so good. It was so good. He was so kind.
I've always heard that he's really nice, and I would love to meet Flavor
He
Flav.
was so kind.
Yeah. And Flava, if you're listening to this or watching this, I mean no disrespect. I mean, you changed my life in many ways. Not always for the good, but change in general. Yeah. Because then, like, what was it? Bret Michaels had one where he was just fucking all these, like,
Yeah,
just
Rock of
Rock of
Love or
Love.
something like that. Yeah, he did.
Or,
I was like, this is cringe. This is like the rock and roll one. I don't like this one.
yeah, the Bret Michaels one was wild. No, okay, do you remember? Holy shit. I forgot this even existed. A Shot of Love with Tila Tequila.
I damn sure do.
God, that one, as a young boy becoming a man, watching that was like, because obviously, like, porn was
That was
not
like
easy to
porn.
get. Exactly. Again, that was about all I could get. I mean, on dial up internet where it's taken 15 minutes to load up a picture of fucking Lisa Ann, I was like, all right, I gotta find something else. Like this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna pass out.
hmm
And yeah, I'd put on Shot of Love, and every time she's making out with another chick, I was like, oh, or not shot, yeah, Shot of Love. I think she turned out to be a bit of a um, bad apple.
Oh, I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
Became real fans of Adolf Hitler, which that's never good. That's you know,
Not
I
when you
mean,
have a following.
yeah, I mean, even if you're just some guy at working at a Cracker Barrel, I think saying hey, Hitler wasn't all bad. That'll get you in some deep
Yeah.
trouble. Yeah, well, Tio Tequila, hope things work out for you. Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't think they will, but you never know. God. Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Oh, Shark Boy.
Shark Boy. Taylor Lautner?
Yeah.
That's a
Shark
that's a
Boy.
good one. Shark Boy. Jesus. Somewhere he has to be thinking like, I'm going to make a name for myself as a serious actor. And then somebody sees him and yells Shark Boy. And then it's got to be so depressing for him.
Oh, yeah.
It's
But
like,
he
oh,
was a kid.
well, true. He's in Twilight. That's probably what he's most known for, I assume. I never
Twilight.
watched Twilight, but
I didn't either.
yeah, there was nothing about sad vampires that got me going.
I like Harry Potter.
Jesus. I swear to God, I almost just married you. Yes, Harry Potter is the greatest fucking thing ever made.
I love Harry Potter. I play Hogwarts Legacy like a nerd.
Okay. I swear to God, I've been playing it damn near nonstop for like the past couple of months. It's the greatest thing ever. What I've never been into video games and stuff like that. Never. And I bought a PS5 pretty much just to play this damn game.
Sick.
It's
That's
amazing.
dope.
Have you ever done the little Hogwarts house test thing to see what house you're in?
I think I'm in like Hufflepuff or something.
Sounds about right. Yeah, yeah. Old Ravenclaw is what I got, which I don't know what that really means for me. I mean, hopefully it's a good thing. But yeah, Harry Potter's. Do you ever go to Orlando and go to the place, the Wizarding World thing?
Oh yeah, of course. I grew up going to that.
God, never
It's
been.
so dope.
But I want to go so bad.
It's so sick. They're building a new one.
Oh, really? Yeah,
They're
that's
building
right.
a new part of it. It's coming out this year.
That's all. I have to. I'm going for sure.
Oh, I'm going to that for sure.
I'll go with you for sure. Yeah, God, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a thing here where, like in Dallas, they do like a outdoor one. It's like through the Forbidden Forest thing. It's like this huge like
Mm.
trail thing, but it's made by the same people, and it is amazing.
Yeah, I bet. I went to a botanical garden yesterday and people were larding,
LARPing
LARPing that.
at a botanical garden.
Yeah, they were wearing fairy wings, and then there was people like with I don't know, like the swords, and I don't know. Yeah, they were doing that.
Have you ever wanted to do that? I could see you doing that.
I would have tea and do it. I guess that is it. Yeah.
I'm with you. I think I'd do
Hmm.
that too. I've always
And
wanted
like
to go
have
to
a
a
picnic.
Renaissance fair. I always thought that'd
I've
be
been to one. They're sick.
really in Florida,
Hmm.
or because
They
there's a
have one here too. That's like 20 fucking 4/7.
really like it's not just
Hmm.
like a 1 week out of the year thing.
It's jousting. They have put on a whole show. They feed you like a barbarian. Yeah.
That's awesome.
They have it here.
God. Yeah, there's a huge one in Texas, like I think in Houston. That's fucking
Hmm.
massive. And I think it's only once a year. I want to go so bad. I think it's like where I belong, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be yeah, it'd be amazing to like go back to those times. I mean, people probably smelled
Right.
like absolute dog shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'd
God.
probably be single.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I wonder if because you smell so clean, like now, like, would you smell weird to them? Like, would they think you
They would
smelled
probably be like,
strange?
"That's overpowering as fuck."
Yeah. Like, yeah, I wonder if I just sprayed on a little axe, would I just like become like a witch or something, you know? It's
Yeah,
probably
they'd be like, "You're using potions."
it's like, Jesus, this is $9 at Walmart. Calm down. It's not a potion. But
I
yeah,
remember when Axe used to come out and those super sexualized commercials they had.
with the girls like strip. Well, what was the one?
It
I
was
don't
the
think.
guys that were covered in water all the time. They used to have the clear bottles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, then there was the other one. I don't think it was Axe. I think it was like Tag, where the guy would spray it on, and then there would be like 30 girls like chasing him down the
I
beach and
think
like
it
ripping his
was.
clothes
Is
off.
tag even still a thing?
There's no way. Yeah, because it didn't do that. I mean, I mean, not for me. It didn't do it for me. I was over there bathing in it, and yeah, yeah. False advertisement, I would say. But yeah, that's an interesting. Good God. Do you have a guilty pleasure show?
TV show?
Yeah.
Maybe like Keeping with the Kardashians.
It's about as guilty of a pleasure as it gets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just reality TV. That's like the only one that I actually watch.
I watch 90 Day Fiance religiously.
Oh, you know what? I was watching the bloopers of that on YouTube because I mean, I watch YouTube more than anything, but I was watching the
Yeah.
bloopers and it's just funny. It's so funny because these people like marry these people thinking they're in love just to get like citizenship and shit.
Yeah. It is incredible. Yeah, because also the show gets you by making you think that these people are, say from like Brazil, that the smoking hot woman from Brazil is clearly using this guy to come to America. Like that's how that's what they get you to think. And then you kind of realize the guy is the one swindling this woman. Like this guy is telling her like that I'm going to take care of you. I have all this money, blah blah blah. So she's like, yeah, this is going to be great. Meanwhile, he's not telling her that yeah he lives in fucking North Dakota, and she shows up. She's like, well, where the fuck's the beach? He's like, about 1,000 miles that way. And and meanwhile he's living with his like grandmother, and
Oh, hell
they're
no.
sharing like a garage
Nope.
studio apartment. Yeah, I mean that's the show basically is yeah, like it's both people swindling both people. Like it's
Crazy.
yeah, I just love shit like that. Or like I don't know, any kind of like medical shows that are like that, like reality medical shows are a
I
good one.
mean, maybe was it House that I
Well,
watched
House is
growing
good.
up? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Law and Order.
Law and Order is a good one.
I like Law and
Yeah.
Order.
I love the first 5 minutes of every Law and Order episode. That
Right?
or like CSI, like when they find the body, and then it
Yeah.
always ends with some like clever saying.
Yeah,
And
right.
then
Whoever writes those scripts are good.
it's amazing. Those shows have been on forever. ever, and they stay
Mhm.
good. Like, how the fuck is
Mhm.
that possible? I mean,
Mhm.
goddamn, like some shows make it like 2 seasons and then they fall to shit.
They're out, yeah.
What movie do you think you've seen the most?
Hmm. I know what it is, but I kind of don't want to say it because it goes in my no politics or religion rule. So
Gotcha. Fair enough. Okay. Jesus, now I'm kind of trying to think. Okay, now I'll move past. Yeah. What was your favorite movie as a kid? Is it the same movie?
same category, same category.
Really? Okay. Never mind. What about a movie not in that category?
As a kid, maybe like Into the Hedge or something.
Over the Hedge.
That.
That was a good one.
I
Yeah.
watched that one over and over again on them
That's
little portable DVD players I
yeah.
used to have.
Yeah. So, oh yeah. Yeah, we used to have those as well, like going on vacation, going to like fucking like well, we would go to Orlando every once in a while, but yeah. And just pop on the same 5 movies over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a kind of miss. There's too many options. Like I think
Mm.
it overwhelms me at
I
times.
feel like now too, the movies aren't like I feel like almost a lot of people can be like put out a movie. I don't know. I just feel like they're not.
Oh yeah, just go on like Tubi and there's fucking 5,000 movies and you're like, who the fuck is making these things?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I have a friend who's in a movie that's on there, and I was like, when are you in movies? Like, I didn't know you were a fucking actor. He's like, oh, somebody just asked me to be in it. And I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah, no, I don't get it whatsoever. Jesus, what was your favorite? What was your first concert?
Mm, maybe Ozzy Osbourne.
Really? I tell you what, you could have given me 100 guesses, and I would not have guessed you would have said Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Little. I think 11 or 12.
Oh, okay. That's a great one. Jesus. I mean, you
Mm.
really like started off pretty strong. God. Jesus. Is there anyone so like if you could see anyone in their prime, who would it be? Band, artist, it doesn't matter.
Oh, in their prime?
Yeah, like if you could go back in time and see any band or artist like at their heyday, like when they were on top. Diddy?
No. Maybe like I feel like I kind of already did that with one of my favorite bands.
Who was it?
Theory of a Dead Man.
Really? Okay. So that's
Probably
yeah.
15 years ago, 16, 17 years ago.
This you're more into like rock, metal, kinda.
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, so I would have thought you would have been more into Rock of Love with Bret Michaels and Flavor of Love.
Um, uh, yeah, no, I watched a little bit of it, but I was like, I feel like Flavor of Love definitely took the cake. Or
True.
tequila, whatever her name
Shot
is.
tequila. Yeah.
Yeah, her.
Oh, you think that was the best one?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, it was porn.
Boy, was it. Jesus. Which is that the one you would have went on if you had to be a
Yeah.
contestant on one of the 3?
Oh, Tequila?
Well, I mean,
Probably.
if you yeah, like if you had to be a contestant on one of those 3 shows, you'd have gone on
Probably.
Shot of Love. Yeah, same for
Yeah.
obvious reasons. But I mean, I'm not trying to bang Flavor Flav. Jesus.
No.
Yeah, been there, done that. No, yeah, that's Jesus Christ. Yeah, what game show do you think you'd do best on?
Family Feud.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Family Feud.
I ask that question every time, and it's no one's surprisingly no one's ever said Family Feud.
Oh, listen, I used to watch GSN all the time.
Oh my God.
I'm a
Yes,
game show network girl.
you were same. You were speaking to my heart. My God. Yeah, game show like especially the game shows that like you never remember existing. You're like, when was this on TV?
Mm-hmm.
And you put it on Game Show Network, and oh my God, I love them. I mean, Jeopardy is
Mm-hmm.
mine for sure. Jeopardy's the one I love.
Yeah, it sounds terrible, but I don't know. I just love Family Feud.
No, Family Feud's so good.
I've even played it on my phone because they have it on.
Same.
They have it on Apple.
Yeah. I've done it too. Yeah, no, Family Feud's a good one. I think Wheel of Fortune. I think I would fucking
Yeah.
clean house on Wheel of Fortune.
It's so fun
Those
with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Hold on. Wait,
Yeah.
I think you're getting a person
Right?
and a game show confused. I think no, Drew Carey, Price is Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you're getting there.
They look the same. They got that big wheel thing that you spin at the end.
Oh, that is very true. It's just the wheel flipped up. So yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great point. My God. Yeah, no. Wheel of Fortune's the one that used to be Pat Sajak, and now it's Ryan Seacrest. So somebody's got to clean the jizz off the wheel every 5 minutes. But anyway, sorry, Ryan Seacrest didn't deserve that. But yeah, the no Wheel of Fortune, like the how stupid the people are that are on that show. Like how the fuck? Like I couldn't do well at Price is Right. I don't know how much anything costs.
Uh, I think I could.
Really?
I
Yeah.
shop enough.
Well, I do. I just don't look at things like
I
that.
bet women statistically have a better chance of winning that game show.
That
We
is,
shop a lot.
I bet that's. I would love to. Yeah, I wonder like what the actual. Because
I'm
there
gonna
was a
look it
guy who
up.
like
I'm
there was a guy
curious.
who actually broke the game once. Like
What?
he spent like over a year memorizing the prices of like every single product. And so when he went on the show, he guessed the exact right amount for every single product. And then at the end, they do that showcase showdown where they have all that
Yeah.
stuff. And he guessed the right prices for both of them. And so we won both. It's like, yeah, the dedication. Jeez.
He got to pay a lot of taxes.
That's where they get you.
What is it? It's Price is Right.
Yeah, Price is Right.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, do women or men do better on Price is Right? It's got to be women, I would guess.
Yeah, because women tend to win slightly more often on The Price is Right than men.
Well,
Wow.
slightly more often, so it's really not that much of a difference then, I guess. If they're saying
60%.
that's quite a
That's
bit
pretty
more.
high.
Yeah, that's quite a bit more. There's 60 to 40. That's a jump. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably what I would have guessed around that. Maybe 60-40 seems about right, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, that's an interesting one. If you could film a scene with any celebrity, who would it be? Like now?
I never thought about that.
Really?
Honestly, maybe Angelina Jolie. She's hot.
Oh, God.
Her.
Yes. That's the
She's
the
got too
goat.
many sex scenes in movies. Like,
I don't know why this has come up so many times lately. Have you ever seen the movie Girl Interrupted?
mm-mm.
God damn, no one has seen this movie. You have got to watch this movie at some point. I mean, it's a little fucked up. I mean, kind of, but Angelina Jolie is so hot in that movie. It's like these girls in a insane asylum,
Mm-hmm.
and as a Winona Ryder, also very attractive, and Brittany
Mm-hmm.
Murphy, also very attractive.
That's an old movie.
Yeah, it came out in '99, I think.
Yeah, that's an old movie. Brittany Murphy has been dead since what, 2000 and what, 3? Something like that.
2006 or 7, I think.
Long time.
Yeah, very long time. But no, it's a good one. But Angelina Jolie is just like levels above everybody else. Like, she's a complete psychopath in the movie, but so hot. Yeah,
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, that's the best answer for sure. I think like childhood crush for me was always Carmen Electra. Probably growing up watching MTV and seeing like the MTV Spring Break. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is a perfect human being. Yeah. Or Lil Kim. Lil Kim was always a good one. Yeah, I had a huge thing for Lil Kim as a kid. Yeah. Now she looks like fucking Dolly Parton, but yeah, is what it is. Yeah.
Crazy.
No. Look, this has been a great time. This hour kind of flew by.
Has. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you so much coming on. Always more than welcome to come back. Before we go ahead and plug, promote. Where can people find you? All that good stuff.
Yes, go to my Instagram and there is a link in my bio. You can click that. It'll lead you to everything.
Hell yes.
Oh, my Instagram is Kiki the Snack.
There we go.